I'd like to talk about the two-stroke engine oil in this video to explain about the difference between the HP engine oil and the HP Super engine oil. Now, over the years, I'm talking about three, 4 years ago, unleaded petrol, you never saw this fuel on the shelves as much as you do today. And the reason being is that all the additives in the petrol in those days of unleaded and petrol had lifespan. So petrol could last for months on end without losing its strength, if it's the way you look at it. Now, the additive that was in it to keep it alive has now been taken out. So what happens is, if the petrol then sits on your shelf for 3 months with this oil in there, it becomes jellified. But we can't see it with our eye, but it will sit in there and it will deteriorate itself, the petrol, and you will be able to smell it. It won't smell like petrol, it won't have that very sharp smell, it will be very like white spirit or something in that kind of smell. And what happens is the jellified particles in that petrol that's left in your tank will block the valves in the carburettor, and the petrol in itself is not good enough to fire. It just won't work at all. So today, in this world, petrol's okay for cars because we burn our petrol weekly, and by the time the end of a week or 2 weeks we've refilled the tank. But for us gardeners, horticultural guys, it's kind of bad in a way for us because we have to rely on knowing how old our petrol is. However, you can buy HP engine oil, super engine oil, which is the green, not the ultra. The ultra is pretty decent, but the super does the trick. And what also it has in here, it has 3 strong elements. First of all, the additive. So if I put this in here with my petrol and I don't use this, especially over the winter period, I don't use this for a good 6 months, this will stay fresh or give me grace to use this within 2 years. So not just 6 months or 3 months, you've got 2-year grace to use this petrol in here. So for an extra £1 or 2, it's worth every penny. You're not wasting the fuel that's in your can. Also in this oil, which is really beneficial, as like I said, it's got 3 elements. It has smokeless, so it's good for the environment, so for the emissions, and also it's good for the actual engine. It doesn't coke it up too much, so you'll get optimal power every time you use the green. Whereas with the red, it's a bit smoky and it will coke up the engine. So in time, it will deteriorate in its power, very minute, but when you're using the green, you'll get the optimal power all the time. With the red, you'll have to use it within 3 months and get your machine serviced on a regular basis. Thank you.